Good morning, lovelies. And let me grab my coffee because, yes, we're having coffee. And mine is mocha. There's actually Hershey chocolate in there. Okay. I have 3 left. That's it. Just 3 left of the latte 100% baby alpaca. There's 900. Oh, yeah, right. I wish there was 900 yards in there. There's 291 yards or 267 meters. It's a 3-ply sport weight. I don't mind the sport weight. I always thought sport and fingering weight were the same, but it's actually sock and fingering, which all you guys know. But I didn't remember that. But anyway, it's Nomad. And here's the stats, if you so care to read them. Okay, so why am I using these 3 alpacas? Something is on its way at the time of this filming. It's not here yet for something super special that's coming. And I would like to dye some yarn to go along with that something super special. The problem I'm having is that I wanted to use blacks and tans for the yarn, but I'm really almost out of black. I have almost no ecru left, and the only other browns I have are the chestnut and the actual brown, which you may have seen in another video. So I'm a little kerfuffles, whatever that word is, on how to do this. I really don't want to waste my only 3 alpacas left. But we're going to give it a shot. So I'm not going to do the black until later. I like to start with lighter colors and go into darker. I might be... Well, there's really not that much of this in here either. Oh, there's some. All right, so this silver gray, I don't know. I literally was going to combine pink, bright yellow, and turquoise together because that's kind of our primary colors. And if you put your primary colors together, you usually get like a really yucky brown color. And I thought maybe I'll do that. So that might be happening during this, but I'm not sure. Okay, so I guess best thing to do, I've got this is cooking. I'm going to throw some of the ecru, and I'm going to put a little bit of the silver brown in, the silver gray in here. So I'm trying to lighten up the actual brown to try to create more of a tan. So I'm going to put you on hold, and what I am also going to do this time is I'm going to wet these hanks first before I dip them. They'll just go in smoother, and since I'm doing 3 hanks and I don't have a larger pot, which was suggested, hello, I should have known that, I'm going to wet these first because I think these were very resistant to the water, so I'm not going to soak them overnight or anything like that with any kind of solution. I'm just going to actually literally wet them. All right, so I'll be back, and hopefully I'll have a combination of colors in here and whatnot. All right, I clicked off. I had to click back. I'm going to splice this together. You don't know what's happened. Okay, so anyway, I used what was left of the ecru, and it wasn't a lot. And then I added a little bit of the silver gray and a tiny bit of the regular brown. So I'm hoping that might create more of a tan color. We'll see. I have no idea. Looks like very, I don't know if you can see in there, looks like very weak coffee. But of course you got the, it's not exactly boiling yet, but it might, this might work. I don't know. Because I want something light, because I want it to be a lighter brown. Better, I'd rather it be lighter, too light than too dark, because I could always go over it and make it darker. So I did wet these, and I wet them in their hank form. So we're just going to unhank these babies. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, this baby alpaca is, there we go, is just so furry and gorgeous. Like, look at how beautiful that is. That's wet. Does smell like a farm animal, as Rusty told me I have to say. But yeah, it does have a farm animal smell. And wait a minute, this one here. Hold on one second. I just want to make sure I got my strings proper. Yep, good thing I checked on that one. All right, so we're gonna just dip some of this in. Like I said, it's not exactly boiling yet, but let's see what happens. So it's definitely much more ecru than what, it's got a little more brown in there, but let's give that another dip. The ecru is, the color of that is very similar to the hank itself. So, you don't see a huge difference. But I did put, like I said, I put a little of the, oh, there we go. That's really super pretty. Of course, it's wet, so it's going to show up a little darker, I think. All right, we'll let that sit in there a sec. Alrighty. I think what I'll do is I'll let this sit and then drain it out. Let's see. Yeah, that's a pretty tan. It's not really dark, but that's pretty. I think I'm kind of liking that one. All right, so I'm going to put you on pause so you don't have to watch the whole thing, and then drain this and then make the next color. I'll be right back. Alrighty, so this one here, we're really experimenting today, and it's kind of scary because it's my last 3 alpacas. But what I did in here is I put some of the silver gray, some of the brown, and a little bit of the bright yellow, just to see what that does, if it brightens up the color. So I'm trying to get different shades of brown, and this really did come out pretty. Show you the color. I hope you could see that all right. It's not a big, yeah, see on the camera it's not really showing the difference so much, but there is definitely a difference. All right, so I'm just moving this down. I gotta figure out a different way to do this so that you can hear, but we're gonna dip this in, so let's see what happens here. This should be interesting. Creating colors on the fly. Let's see what happens. No, not much difference. Oh, there we go. Let's dip it up a little. All right, I'm not mad with that. I think we need a little more brown. I think the next I'll add that, and I'll add some chestnut. So let me finish with this and I'll be right back. All right, so I don't know if you're seeing this, but there is the first mix we made. And like, it's really tight space here because of the filming. I need a studio. And there's the brown that we just dipped. And that was the little bit of silver gray, a little bit of bright yellow, and then the actual brown color, just for documentation. Not super stoked about how this is soaking up. It's really not soaking up the color evenly enough for me, but it's all right. All right, so I'm just flipping it around so that I can. Now in here I put, and I have been adding the citric acid also, but in the pot on this one I put brown and chestnut brown. So let's see what that gives us. And I'm also over dipping the ends. And here we go, dropping her in. Okay, there's a different brown there. And I like to just like kind of dip it over what we had quickly and then pull it up. And then we'll leave that other part to soak. Yeah, it didn't, there's, it is a hand-dyed yarn, so you're not going to get the, not always, certain fibers don't pick up evenly. But there's some variations. It's not bad. It's just, I just wasn't in the mood to do this one, to be honest with you. I wanted to, I started this because I wanted to do the Bristol, because I only did 2 hanks of the Bristol. And they just really were so cool because it's like a tweedy looking fiber, and I really wanted to dye that this morning. And then I thought, ooh, I got to dye this tan one for that little special guest that's coming this week. So I didn't have my groove on for this one, you know what I'm saying? But I'm still enjoying it. All right, so we're going to let this sit, and then, like I said, I don't have a lot of black, but we'll see if I can make a, close to a black or a super dark brown for the next color, and that should work fairly well with our little friend. All right. Oh my, I didn't. Okay, I'm going to put you on hold. I put the hanks down and didn't leave the opening for the center. Don't worry about it. I'll be right back. Alrighty, so now we've gone up to this brown, and I put what was left of the black, so I'm completely out of black now as of this dip. And I'm debating, I'm just looking to see where I want to, how far up the hank I want to dip. So I'm going to do the other half of this part. So we still have, I kind of like just the plain ecru there, but I already put black dye. I did also add some of the chestnut brown to the dip. So let's give this a dip. It's going to be dark, I hope anyway. Oh yeah, that's dark. Sweet. In fact, I'm going to dip that a little bit more in there. That's a quick dip, and then we let that sit. Yeah, this will be interesting. I mean, it's just browns. That's definitely not a black, but it's close. Blacks and browns is kind of cool. I wished I hadn't put so much of this color on the hank, but we'll see. I've been at this point and not happy with what I was doing, and then the outcome is nice, so I'm still hopeful that this will be okay. I'm just not, ecstatic about it, but that's all right. So I'm going to let this sit and do the draining, and then I'll probably rinse it out. And it's really a nice day out today, so I can put these outside to dry. They'll probably dry pretty quickly. And all right, so I'm going to do that while you're not here. Bye.